So George Bush, the smart George Bush, he opened the borders of Iraq to the Iranian. So now Iraq is under the control of the Shia. The Shia, they moved to Syria. The Shia in Lebanon, now they are connected with the Shia of Iran. So now they have a long line of strategic areas controlled by Hezbollah and Shia. And not only that, the Shia group or Shia fighters, they are armed by American weapon. Because remember, it was America selling the weapon to Iraq so they can fight ISIS, alhamdulillah. So now the Shia, they have American weapon, they have American missiles, they have tanks, and they are not little party of Shia no more. So now there are hundreds of thousands of fighters. And then the Shia, they expanded their route by the help of America, again, to Yemen. So now they are here. And now they are controlling this area, which is in the Red Sea. And this is what happened just, if you remember, the attack an Israeli ship by a drone. So now they can close that area anytime they want. And if they do, you know, that will be a disaster for many countries, especially for a trade business who go through the Red Sea to pass the Suez Channel. So the Shia now expanded all the way from Iran to Syria to Lebanon to Yemen. And not only that, are they done? No, they are building camps all over Africa, including Nigeria and Sudan, even Niger, and they are expanding even to Tunisia and to Morocco. So the American, because they are very smart, they always do things in the wrong way. They wanted to, let us say, suffocate Iran, but Iran is suffocating them, not financially, right? Not financially. They are suffocating them by controlling over areas which they don't want anyone to control it. And now Saudi Arabia is terrified because the Shia are taking over. They are surrounding them from every corner. And remember, Iran is just across the street. And if Iran go in war with Saudi Arabia, all those Muslim Sunni, they will be shish kebab in 2 days. Emirat, you see, many people, they say to you, go and invest and buy an apartment or a property in Emirat. That is the most stupid investment ever. Emirat will turn into a ghost town if Iran shoots one bullet. This country is so small, they cannot fight for 2 hours. Saudi is so big, but still they have no army. Their army is shish kebab. They can't even fight a group of terrorists in Yemen. They are losing the war since 3 years or 4 years. So Iran is surrounding them, and this area, this area, those Muslim Sunni, they will be demolished. Iran is getting successful to spread the Shiaism between the Muslim Sunni, and they are expanding. Soon most of Syria is going to be controlled by the Shia. Actually already it's in control. Look what the Shia now they are doing in Syria as an example. All this area here in the north of Syria is given to Shia. They are coming from Afghanistan and from Iran. So they are populating here and from Iraq. Why? Because they want to guarantee that this area is always connected to Iraq. So in the future, they can connect the two countries, Syria and Iraq. They will become one Shia country. It's just a matter of time. Right? And actually, I believe that all what's happening, I think it's good. Maybe you will be like wondering how that can be good, because you see the problem between the Shia and the Sunni is so big. It's so big to the point it doesn't matter how much USA try to hold it from not happening. Like now Biden, he want to make an agreement with Iran, right? What is the agreement? The agreement is not to attack the neighbors, right? So Biden is trying to protect the Muslim Sunni. Same as Trump. American always they try to protect the Muslim Sunni. Always. And always they side against the Shia. Always. And the only time they did side with the Shia, but by mistake, it was when George Bush invaded Iraq. Because this stupid man, he invaded Iraq, and he did it in the wrong way. The Shia took over the country, and now Iraq is going to be Shia for maybe, I don't know, until the American attack again, and then they give it to Saddam Hussein back. So, the American, they brought the Shia to be in the government, and they will never leave until American themselves take them again. And I don't think that will happen maybe in 200 years, I don't know. But that said, the Shia took over because they are the majority. So, the expand of the Shia, I believe it's a very wonderful thing to happen, because that will end with destruction of Islam totally. That will make Islamic countries go back to the old days. And history always repeats itself. So I don't believe this is really bad. I believe this is good. Very good. And now look what will happen. If Biden, he signed agreement with Iran, that would be a big mistake for the stupid America. Because then Saudi Arabia will not really too much worry, will not be too much worry about Iran. And then the Saudi, they will stop buying that much of weapon from America. Same for Emirates, same for Qatar. So it's not really for the benefit of America to sign any agreement with Iran. And if the Americans are worried about Israel, trust me, Iran is the last one to attack Israel. They will never do that. I believe it's going to be the opposite. I believe Israel, it might attack Iran very soon in order to prevent them from having any powerful weapon. Even though I believe that Iran will never dare to attack Israel. So all what's happening there take us to one direction. The war in these areas is coming and is going to be horrible. Already in Lebanon, they have no gas. They have no water. They have no electricity. There's no salaries. So Lebanon, it might be the key of the war in the Middle East area. And Syria already is in war. And the only one who makes Syria, like stay together is the Russian, Putin. If not Putin, Al-Qaeda will be controlling over Syria from a long time ago. So American, they never do something successful. They always screw it up. American government, they present for me Muhammad. Muhammad, when he says stupid things to fix stupid thing he said before. So American government always, they do something stupid to fix something stupid they did before. So all their history is trying to fix something stupid we did before. But what they do tomorrow to fix what happened yesterday is more stupid than what happened yesterday. You know what I mean? Most of the Christians in Iraq, they are gone. Most of them, they run away. Yeah. You see, the American, they gave Iraq to the Shia. That's what the American did, They gave Iraq to the Shia. The same now, they give Afghanistan to Taliban. See, there's no war. Taliban, they enter Kabul. American army, the Marines, did not even shoot one bullet because obviously there's an agreement under the bushes. All this time, Taliban taking city after city, not a single USA American jet fighter bombed them because there's an agreement. America need to break into smaller nation? No. Actually, I think America is not going to break into smaller nation. I think it's going to be the opposite. You see, many people do not understand that America is really, American are lucky people, They are very, this land is blessed. They have everything. So I believe America is going to grow and grow and grow for a very simple reason. They have a lot of resource and they control a lot of important things in this earth. Same time, nobody can really go in war with them and can win. But they are not the single power anymore. There is other powers like China and Russia. However, America will never be weak. It doesn't matter how many stupid Biden we have, still America will be strong. Why? Because they are so advanced in technology and they are holding a lot of resource. As an example, America is one of the few countries in the world. They can close their borders. They will not need anybody. Food, gas, oil, anything. They have everything. They have the desert. They have the snow. They have the water. They have the rivers. They have things nobody have. Nobody have. Maybe the only one can be competing with them is the Russian. But most of Russia is a desert of ice. So the Russian, they have a lot of resource, but they are not, let us say, lucky as much as the American. Same time, the American, they have lands everywhere. I mean, we have borders with Russia. We have borders 50 meters away from Russia. We have borders close to Japan. We have borders close to China. We have borders close to everybody. So American, they have many reasons to be powerful. And I believe actually in the future even Canada is going to join union with the American. You see, many of you do not know that most of the Canadian, immigrant Canadian, they go to Canada, they stay there for 3, 4, 5 years, and then they immigrate to USA. Even though Canada is a great country, I mean, as a resource, it have a small population, but America is way more beautiful. Let us say more, they're lucky. They have everything. They have a tropical weather, they have islands, they have a, you know, Canada is just an ice country. So they have a lot of, let us say, power to play with. And this is what makes them unique. And on top of that, they are holding a lot of technology, which nobody really have. Nobody have. So I believe America is going to be a great nation as long there is people, they believe in God and they worship the true God. And if you go to the churches in America on Sunday, you will not even find one space to park your car. And maybe some of you cannot believe it. Go check it out. In Sunday, you cannot find a place to park your car in any church in USA. So, country like this, the majority of it is believers. The majority of the USA Army are Christians. I can say more than 90, maybe 97% are Christians, believers. Because the atheists, they always teach their children that army is bad, etc., you know. So it's natural that only the believers, they go and join the army because they believe in their country and they believe in God. So this country will keep holding itself as long as there's believers. The day we don't have believers in this country, then this country will be destroyed. Same as Sodom and Gomorrah. When he said to God, what if there is 10 believers or 50 believers? Are you going to destroy it? He said no. So this country still is blessed with a lot of believers. And as long as we are blessed with the believers, not only the resource, this country will stay. If we depend only on resource, this country will be demolished, the same as happened to Soviet Union. Soviet Union was the biggest, actually Russia until now is the biggest country on earth. Imagine, after the Soviet Union collapsed, still Russia right now is the biggest country literally on this earth. But Soviet Union, which contained a lot of territories and land, maybe half of this earth, yet collapsed because they were fighting God, not because they are out of resource. It was a big failure. When you go against God, you lose. Doesn't matter how strong you are. Doesn't matter how big your army. Army does not bring victory if this army have no legitimacy. If this army is not, you know, supporting justice, is not following God, army will lose. Same as Taliban, they lost. See, now they claim that they are having victory. They did not. No, 20 years they are under the shoes of the American Marines boots. 20 years. Do you want more humiliation like this? And now American, they choose by their own, we will leave. So they claim fake victory. It's the American who told 2 years ago by Trump, we are leaving in this date. As simple as that. So 20 years enter the shoes of the Marines, who supposedly are kuffar. That is a long time of humiliation. Same as Israel. When Israel were with God, Israel was victorious. When Israel is against God, Israel will lose. And what happened in the past will happen in the future. You know what I mean? What happened in the past will happen in the future. A nation who lose their God, they lose their war and they lose their peace. I will give you an example about USA. Even this is not really our topic. There's a city in USA. It's called in Philadelphia. Anyone heard of it? This is the biggest. I think it is the top atheist city in USA. I think the total atheist maybe 97%, 90 something. Go right now and search for Philadelphia drugs. People walking in the street like zombie. You know what zombie? Disgusting, scary. This is what will happen to America if we lose God. But thank God, this is only in a city have atheists. When I saw the videos first time, I could not believe it. Guys, go watch it. You will not believe it. Literally, people walking in the street like zombie. I'm not joking, I'm not kidding. And the majority of population of the city is atheist. If I know that YouTube will not, take the video down, I will play for you some of those videos. You will not believe it. It's really scary. Scary and sad. People, they go in the street, their head is down. They bend down, they don't even stand up under the influence of drugs. Look, I just searched. Look at this. I'm not going to play the video. See what drugs do? This woman, she is bending down, she don't move, she will not move. She don't, because her brain is froze. Thousands of young men and women under the influence of drugs. The whole city is drugs. And then they say to you that Biden is going to help the poor, and Biden and Obama will fix it too. Obama, he is 8 years there, and this is the end. Trump, he came after, but they vote against Trump. How he can help them? They hate him. If you play those videos, you will cry. This is what happened when cities, they go against God. Unbelievable. This is why I say, if you are a young person or old, never ever take drugs. Don't be a stupid fool. Do you see how they bend over? Because they freeze, they don't know, their brain doesn't function. So suddenly they bend down, and that's it. And look, the guy is, I don't know, this is a woman or man, I don't know. One socks, there's their panty, his panty is showing off his pant. I mean, scary. Look at this. They show you like zombie in the movies. This is really, literally. Look at this. Can you believe it? Is that really happening? If you don't go, if you might think that this is like a movie edited by somebody. And by the way, Afghanistan is #1 country producer. Maybe they are #1 or #2 after Colombia of drugs. You see what drugs do? Do you see how this guy with the white t-shirt? Do you see that woman? What is this? This is the devil himself invading the mind of a human being. Look at this. Look. This is America. Can you believe it? In the same time, I have to say that this is the one who come to this country is really lucky. Because you can be an idiot and destroy your life taking drugs, but you can be a person who live a good life, amazing life in this country. I went around the world from place to place. I assure you that America is the most cheap country ever. Cheap in everything. And you know, when somebody says to you, like, if you go to this country, it's cheaper. No, don't compare it this way. Compare it about income. So if I go to Indonesia, it's cheaper. No, it's not. Because Indonesian person, he make $300 or $400 a month. That is not cheap for him when he go to do shopping. It's cheap for you. So you don't compare cheaper by saying how much you spend in a country or visiting. You compare cheaper about how much money you make and how much money you spend. But if I say to you, this is USA, who's going to believe it? This is what happened to you when atheists rule, when communists rule. And not only that, they are legalizing drugs. It's not enough what they have, they legalize it, you know, they make it legal. And there's one unique about this drugs. You see, people, they go down. Do you see how they bend over? Do you see how they bend over? I saw one when I was in Romania. The guy, he was walking and then he bent in the front of me. And then I thought maybe he needed help or something, you know. But he was he froze. He froze. He's taking drugs. So now the drugs did something to his head. So they bend down. And they don't leave their head up for a while, for maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. They stay like this. So we are fighting against drugs, and Islam is one kind of a drugs. But this is not the only drugs. Look at this. What is that? So anyway, you know, instead of going and spending money in Afghanistan to fight ghost, you know, okay, come here and help those people who are on drugs, find them jobs, take them to correction school, the hospitals, find somebody to care for them and to fix their mind, to help them to understand that this is wrong. And instead of spending our money for wars have nothing to do with us. Osama bin Laden, we killed him long time ago and we fed him to the sardine. Long time ago. There's no need for us to be in Afghanistan. And if terrorists, they will attack us, we can wipe the ground with them without even sending one soldier. We have the most advanced technology in the world. We do not need even soldiers. Soon you will see that America replacing the Marines with machines. Even soldiers will not be needed no more. This is the coming war. The coming war is not going to be soldiers no more. And the American and the Russian, they will be the first to establish an army of machines. So things is going beyond your imagination. And war is going to be different. But we cannot ignore the war against drugs, because this is international war for everybody. Look at this. Do you see this guy? He's not falling apart now. You know, he's down. He do not know why. He go down, and his brain, he stopped. That's it. He stopped there. I don't know what this drug he does to them, but that's it. He lose cautious, you know, cautious of anything, and he's down. what I think about coronavirus, my friend, as you see, we have the million of viruses, and they are more scary than corona. You know, don't you see? There's death in every corner. There's death in the highway. There's death in disease. There's death in, you know, I mean, there's death. Be with God, and then you fear nothing. Look at this. Look at this. Do you notice what I'm talking about? Do you see how their head is down? Look at this. I mean, this guy who made these drugs, he should be punished. I don't know if I am in charge. I don't know what I would do to him. Whoever the one who is selling those drugs. Do you see how his head? Look his hands. I don't know if you notice with me what's happening. And you can tell all of them, they are young. Those are not old people. Very disgusting. Who is bully? Anyone who bullies somebody, he is no Christian. Anyone who bullies somebody, he is no Christian. Bully is one of the diseases too. You know, people, they have their mindset. And you know, and by the way, there's people, they copy my videos and they download them and they use my name in their channel. I am not responsible for those videos and what people they do there. They might post stupid videos, have nothing to do with me. Like there's somebody sent me a video of somebody discovering that Sinai is in Saudi Arabia, etc. This is a stupid video, you know. It's against the Bible. The Bible says clearly where it's located. So don't go by stupid things like this. What is bigger a threat to humanity, Islam or drugs? I think both of them are drugs. You see, there's a brain drugs, and there is brain drugs. What does that mean? There's somebody control your brain without giving you medicine. That is Islam. And there's somebody control your brain by giving you medicine. So both are drugs. Because both of them, they are imagining things. Taliban, he want to die for the sake of Allah or ISIS or Al-Qaeda so he can get the versions. So now his head is under the influence of a drug, sex. Those here, they are taking literally a chemical drugs. Both is the same. Both is drugs. When a human being, he kill a human being and he dance for killing a human being. What you call that? Worse than drugs. When a human being hatred, you know, become in that level that I dance for the death of somebody or shout praising God for the death of somebody. How far is my drugs went? No. Anyway, be aware. Be aware of the evil around you. Be aware of the stupid people around you. They can destroy you. They can destroy your life. Where are the anti-Taliban Afghanistan mere fighting? No, they are exist there. But you say when fear come, they run, and then they will, and then later, those who, the same as Taliban first time, they conquer and they took over, but still there's a group fighting them. They will, you know, now they will relax. 20 years of luxury, getting paid by the American. Now they will find themselves alone, they will gather themselves again, and they will start fighting. Just wait. Those countries cannot live in peace. They cannot. And the war there will never stop. The American, they took over in Iraq. They replaced Saddam Hussein. They told them we will do election. They did election. Okay, now in Iraq there's election. Do you see any peace in Iraq anytime soon? No. Actually, Sinai in Saudi Arabia, that is a false, my friend. He's doing series on it or not. That's not true. That's not true. because the Bible confirmed the location of Sinai. You know, if somebody will say to you that this is still part of Saudi Arabia, this is their, you know, their understanding, but Saudi Arabia never exists. If you say the Arabian Peninsula, all right, the Arabian Peninsula is not the land of the Arab, it's a desert. The word Arab means desert. Let us go to the map again. Maybe we can make a video just about it. Actually, I did many times before. So, if we go, let us see. Don't support a person because he is an ex-Muslim or because he's a Christian, because he's a good person. If he says something wrong, it is wrong. No matter who said it. How many times of you, all of you heard the priest saying that Muhammad is from Ishmael? That's against the Bible teaching. That's even against Islam teaching. Because even Muslims themselves, they agree that Ishmael, he learned Arabic, according to them, when he was 13 years old, or 14, depending in the book. Maybe I should make a video about it, so I can show you that this is really false. Actually, always, you know, even since I was a kid, you go to the church, you will see a priest saying to you that Muhammad is Ishmaelist. He's from Ishmael. Okay, where do you get this from? Nobody want to ask the guy where he's from. If we go right now, just to show you. You know, Moses was going from where to where? Anyone can tell me? Moses was going from where to where? From Egypt to Israel, right? To the Holy Land. Just to show you how silly sometimes a human being can be. Okay, so this is Egypt. I'm going to go now to Israel. So how in the world I want to go to Saudi Arabia in order to go to Israel? He was in Egypt, right? He's not going to Egypt. He was in Egypt. He is leaving Egypt. All right. So where Moses is going to? The way to go to Israel. Okay. So according to the smart ones, Moses, in order to go to Israel, he decided to take a bus from here. Let's make it he decided to take a bus, and then he go from here, and then he go to Saudi Arabia, and then he go back to Israel. That's a good one. That's a good one. That is hilarious. Just use your common sense, even if you are illiterate in the Bible. And at the same time, we have many verses in the Bible describe for us the location. You see, when somebody says something to you, like now, or about Ishmael, or anything, and he tried to prove it to you, there's a very simple method to understand if this is true or not. If it is not biblical, that is his fiction. If it is biblical, if the Bible says that, it is what it is. So anyone come with his own fiction, he is not giving you anything to tell you the truth. All right? It is, I mean, there's tons of verses in the Bible talking about those issues. But let us see. I will make it more simple. Let us see here. See, there's an old map for the Bible. I'm trying to find it. All right. Okay, have you ever heard of something, the Mount of Paran? The Mount of Paran? Anyone heard of it? So based on the map, you know, this Paran area here, let us go up here, is in this area in the map here. Let us zoom more. Let's make an arrow. I think it's like here, maybe here, in this area. And this is what the Bible mentions. If we go and read let us see, the book of Deuteronomy. Yeah, 32:2. 32, 2. Let us go there. All right. Now, international version translation, I don't accept it. This is very bad translation. You know, you can choose another translation, but it doesn't matter really, as long as they are not unknown. And he said, the Lord come from Sinai and rose up from Sinai, and into them he shined forth from the Mount of Paran. And this is the Mount of Paran. Right? Very easy, very simple. There is no need to discover it and find it and look for it. And anyone he says something else, he's making things up. Correct? Any more question? No, it's not about inspired language. You see, the translation is translation. I can make translation now. If my translation is full of mistakes, it's a full of mistakes. Doesn't matter really. Right? It's not the it's not, you know, all translation are at the end of the day are translation. There can be some wrong in them, grammar mistakes maybe, even sometime it's a translation. You know, when I publish my book, people they say to me in the page, etc., you got the number wrong. I fix it. Error always is possible, right? And, you know, always I ask myself, those who come with behind the theory, what is behind the theory? You know what I mean? I mean, what's the point? Let us say, for the sake of argument, Musa, he went to Afghanistan, and you know what I mean? Sometimes I ask myself, why people they make too much noise about something is not really important. Do you understand what I'm saying? Is it important where it is, or it's important that what happened? Like, let us say you receive a news that your wife, she is cheating on you. Is it important in which bed? Or with who? You know what I mean? So I find sometimes that a human being is very silly, and he forget the important and he focus in the silly stuff. It doesn't matter really where God he appeared to Moses, because God can appear anywhere. You know, is that really where God he is now? Does that mean this is like where God he live? So for us and for the Jews, they don't believe in that anyway. So it's a very silly, you know, a concentration in something. You know, I don't know, human beings sometimes very silly. Moses and Israeli walk around for 40 years. It doesn't matter. The verse is so clear about the Lord. And the Lord came from Sinai and rose up from Syria into them. He shined forth from the Mount of Paran. So obviously it's there. That's it. Same time, even if, let us say, Sinai was here, let us say it was here. This is not Saudi Arabia. If you mean today it's Saudi Arabia, this is not really true. This is how the British, they decide, you know, the corporations, the French and the British and the one who won the war, they decide to make a country. It's called Saudi Arabia. Arabia is not a name of a country. Arabia is a word meaning desert. This is Arabia too. Arizona is Arabia. Las Vegas is Arabia. And the naives don't want to learn. Arab is not a name of ethnic. Arab is anyone who live in the desert. They call him Arab. The truth that it matter. Well, the truth only in the Bible, not by conspiracy. Not by fictions. The truth is only from the Bible. And all of us, we knew for centuries and thousands of years that this is Sinai. Sinai is here. This is why it's called Tur. Tur is not an Arabic word. Tur is not an Arabic word. It's like now you say the delta, you know, like a certain shape. A place is isolated. Even the name itself is, you know, is clear. And this is the name is used now. I mean, okay, why the one who, okay, let us say Sinai used to be in Iraq. Why they change it and put it here now? Why the name is here? What happened? Who moved the name? Somebody moved the sign? You know what I mean? That's very silly. What if somebody tomorrow come with conspiracy saying that Jerusalem is not there, Jerusalem is in Chicago? Trust me, somebody will come with it, like the Hebrew Israelist. According to the Hebrew Israelist, Jesus is an African, and he was a black man. Not fun. You know, anyone can come with any stuff. I will not be surprised if somebody from the Democrat tomorrow come and says, you know, Santa Claus is a Hindu. And he was in India. Just spread it in internet, people will believe it. Just say anything. Anything. These days anything can work, you know. And actually I know this, that the most successful videos of a view is those who come with conspiracy. You know what I mean? Just come with conspiracy, like, and they put Photoshop and the, you know, amazing breaking news, like breaking. There is a guy, he's a Christian guy. He always make a video saying prophecy, and then like 10,000 are watching right away. Prophecy, that's it, prophecy. I mean, what prophecy? End of time. Okay, what happened? There's an earthquake in Haiti. Like, what happened? Come on, earthquake happened in Haiti always. So there's an art of driving the crowd. And if the crowd are a bunch of goats, what you can do about it? So I'm asking the one who come with this stuff, what is the point of order? Let us say Sinai was in Damascus, but it doesn't say that in the Bible. So why you are making things up and start searching here and doing there? Okay, I can understand that this is for the sake of study and research, but this can be done only by people who they are really, you know, like scientists, who really they have a lot of knowledge of history and location of tribes and people where they used to be. But for us as a believer, it doesn't matter really where. What matter is that God come to Moses. You know what I mean? When you are going to debate your opinion in real life, well, this is real life, my friend, unless you think that you are not real now. Look like you think yourself you are fiction right now, just because you are in YouTube. And this is a, you know, a clear evidence of shallow thinking, you know, just to show you how this gentleman here. Just to show you when somebody decide to be professional idiot. CP or Christian Prince, when you are going to debate your opinion in real life, well, this is a fake life. I take phone calls, I receive, I debate, talk to you. So what real life mean? Do I need to go and sit in your lap to be real life? Very silly people. And as long as this is not real life for you, my friend, why you are here? Let me send you to real life. I put you in hide. Because now I don't want you to be in the fake life. Stupid people. They cannot answer you, they cannot refute you. And this is a comment, real life. And who said to you, I don't debate in real life? What does that mean? I mean, I don't debate in public. I don't go, I don't share what I do really. When I was away, I did not tell you. I think I did 5 or 6 seminars. Did I mention that to you? No. Why? Because I don't brag about things I do. Many of you think I'm on vacation, correct? All of you start posting, I hope you are doing fine in your vacation, etc. I did at least, I think, at least 6 seminars. But I don't talk about it. And when I do seminars, I debate, people debate me, people ask me questions, people agree, people disagree. Same time, I am here in the internet. I can get 800, 700, 1,000, 2,000 people in short time. If I want to do a seminar or go in a place, it takes them forever, and I have to spend money to fly, to go, to come, etc. And all of this maybe to meet, I don't know, maybe 5, maybe 500, maybe 10 people. Yeah, here we go. I'm sitting wearing my short. I have my tea in front of me, became cold. I'm laughing at your comment. Well, to kill me, not to kill me, who cares? If I'm a person, if I'm afraid of death, I will never open my mouth. They should know that already, right? A person who is afraid of really of death, I don't speak about myself, etc. Because I don't really, I'm not here for myself. I don't want people to praise me. You know how you don't know me. My blessing will be from the Lord. As much as I can, I will keep it this way. Right? And who care about the rest? You don't like me, you like why? Okay, this guy, you want him to go in public. Why you are here? This is what I do. You keep coming. Stupid people. If I'm not going in public, as they say, and people all the way in the end of the world, they are hearing about me. So what if I go in public? What will happen? As they call it, public. Name one Islamic countries, just one country in the world, don't watch my videos. Just name one. So who care about those things? But people are silly. It's like, like a person who don't like what you do, doesn't matter what you do. So you build a palace. And the palace have nice windows, nice doors, nice marble, nice chandelier, nice furniture. And then this silly person, he says to you, oh, look, there's a mosquito in the wall. So all the palace, he did not notice how wonderful this palace, but he noticed there's a mosquito. So that the palace now is screwed. That's it. Your work is gone in vain. Who cares? People, they come and they listen to me from Somalia, from, and if you know how many people they keep asking me to do interview with me, and I refuse. You will not believe it, including our friend Al-Fadi. Go ask him how many times he asked me to come to be in his show. I refuse. Just yesterday, Osama Dakdok, he called me, and he says, those brothers, sisters, whatever from Somalian TV, they like to have you in their show, please. I said, I don't go really, because people will be upset. I refuse many. So if I go in there, so I don't like those things. I don't like to be interviewed. I don't like people to talk about me. Like, tell us about yourself. I mean, who care? I'm nobody. I believe all those things about self-esteem, about a person who is he, what he did, what he accomplished, is something very personal between him and his Lord. And you knowing about it, the Lord, he says, you want to know them? Know them from their fruits. So I do not need to tell you about myself. From their fruit you shall know them. So don't ask a person about what he did. And don't ask a person what he is. Tell him, show me your fruit, I will tell you who you are. And this is what I do. My fruit is public, in front of you. People come, people debate with me, people leave Islam, people accept Jesus. This is my fruit. The rest is not important for me. You like me, you don't like me, who cares? Thank God you don't like me. That's even better. Right? And you know, always actually, this is one of the reasons I cannot even have a friend, because I cannot find somebody. He understands what I'm trying to say to him. You go, if you meet a friend, if you have a friend, let us say you met some friends, you go outside to drink some coffee. What they will talk about? Oh, this is a woman, she walked by. Look how short her skirt. Look at this guy. I mean, people are silly and people are stupid. I prefer, this is my coffee shop, where I spend my time in a very valuable thing according to what I believe. So if you don't like my coffee shop, my friend, don't come here. You see, this is my channel. If you don't like what I do, why you are coming to complain? That means you are a fool. Go watch cartoon. You know? Anyway, people are silly and people are stupid. What you can do? I mean, if Jesus himself, they make fun of him, who am I not to be in their fun list? You know what I mean? What about we say to God, why you don't show us your face, God, in real life? You're God. Here we go. You want us to worship you? Show us yourself. Say that to God too. Maybe the president who is in the White House and is not a president, maybe he's not real, because I don't see him. I never met one. I never met Trump. I never met any of them. They must be false. Yeah, you know, always if you want to know a person, and this goes for all your life, you see, all those people you meet in your life, regardless what is the purpose, regardless what is the reason, from their fruits, this is the wise, the amazing, absolute wisdom of our Lord. From their fruit you shall know them. Don't practice any other rules. This is the only way to know. You see, there's a person, he claimed to be your friend. How you know that he is your friend really? Only when you need him. He is your friend when you go to eat barbecue. He come. He's your friend when he come to borrow money from you. Okay, he come to borrow money. He is a friend when you have a nice life, you are rich. The second you are poor, the friends are not the friends. The cousins are not cousins. Even the wife might leave you, because the wife, she marries somebody have money. You don't have money. From their fruits, my friend. When the Roman soldiers, they come to arrest Jesus, even the disciple of Jesus, they denied him. Very ugly fruit. Imagine, they are his disciples who walk with him all the time, who believe in him. He told them, you will deny me. They denied him. If they deny Jesus and they are a disciple, why we will not be denied by people?